Hey everybody, welcome to Glow Up Handbook. Today we're going to be doing a fun yoga flow. If you like this stretch, please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you have any requests. So I want you to start seated. We're going to be focusing on back bends today. Lift your arms above your head, taking a deep inhale before twisting to the right. Starting off gentle today. Take a few pulses to the right and then switch over to the left. Again, taking just a few pulses, not going too far, just a little bit. Switch to the right. Take a few pulses. Switch to the left. Take a few pulses. Beautiful. Come back to center, placing your hands on your knees, taking a big deep breath in and out before arching your back. We're going to be going to a seated cat-cow. So round, arch, round, arch. Now arch to the right and then round to the left. Now arch to the left, round to the right. Getting some different angles here. So arch to the right, round to the left, arch to the left, round to the right. You can watch what I'm doing on screen here. Come back to center, arch, back and round, forward and arch, back and round. Go ahead and roll over onto all fours here, keeping hips above your knees, shoulders above your wrists. Go ahead and arch. Just taking a few drifts forward and back before rounding. Again, forward and back. Just getting different angles here, seeing how it feels. Does it feel better to be forward or back? Round. Arch. Round. Now we're going to take a circle here. So you're going to take your spine in one big circle, first starting off slow, then just following the flow of your body and taking these circles here, making a nice fluid motion. This is going to feel awkward at first, but I promise when you get the hang of it, this feels so good. It's my favorite way to warm up my spine when I'm about to do something or my spine's tight. So go to the left now. You're going to take a slow circle at first, feeling out each angle before making it a more fluid motion, making that circle larger. This should feel good. It's not about what it looks like, it's about how it feels. So I want you to chase the feeling and not the aesthetic. Awesome job. So I'm going to come forward here so I have room, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a puppy pose, keeping my forehead to the earth, but I'm going to do a different variation. I'm going to extend my left leg. So try it, see how this feels. Now bring it back underneath you and then extend your right leg. Again, something to try, see how it feels. Beautiful. Bring that back underneath you. Come back to child's pose here. Now we're going to come on to standing kneeling. Place your hands, fingers up on your low back and push your hips forward, coming into a deep back bend chest opener. Go ahead and come down. We're not going to hold that for too long. Come into a child's pose, neutralizing your spine. Be sure to engage your core in all of these back bending exercises. It's very important. Go ahead and roll forward slightly and come into a puppy pose again, keeping your forehead down on the earth, tucking your toes underneath you. And if you feel ready, you're going to extend your legs. So extend, drop. This will be challenging. Extend, drop, extend, drop. You can try just one at a time, switching sides. Drop, extend, drop, extend, drop, extend, drop, extend, drop, extend, hold. Beautiful. Go ahead and push back into a child's pose here. It's tricky, puppy pose, extending your legs. Something to work up to if you're not quite there. Take it very easy. You saw in the video what a deep back bend that is, so you don't want to hurt yourself. So come back to standing kneeling. Again, we're going to place our hands on our low back, fingers up, push your hips forward. And if you feel ready, you can go ahead and reach for your heels. Again, I want you to focus on engaging your core and pushing your hips forward. Beautiful job. Just keep breathing for me. We're almost done with this exercise. Bring your hands back to your low back and then come into a child's pose. Very important to neutralize after really deep back bends. We want to be safe. So you can go ahead and push back so you're lying down on your belly. You're going to come into a Sphinx pose at first, keeping your elbows underneath you, really engaging. So you want to think of pulling your arms back. You should be very active in your back. Now we're going to come into a strength drill. So you're going to place your hands on the back of your head and lift and lower, but you're going to just use the muscles along your spine. So lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. Try to keep your legs down. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, and breathe. Go ahead and grab your left foot and just come into a quad stretch here. Beautiful. Grab your right foot and do the same thing, just opening up the quads a little bit. Beautiful. Place your hands underneath you and push up into a little cobra. Just a little one. We're going to make it bigger. Go ahead and come down. Then push up into a medium cobra, engaging your core. Come on down. Now push up into a big cobra pose here, engaging your core, keeping your spine nice and safe. Look to your left, then your right. Look back and down, and then come on all the way down. Now I want you to grab your right foot, grabbing the inner arch of your foot, and lift. So what you're doing here is you're doing a one-legged bow pose. Then go ahead and release. Stretch the quad really quickly before letting your body fully relax. Then we're going to grab the inner arch of our left foot and come into that single-sided bow. Breathe. Awesome. Go ahead and release, coming into the quad stretch before letting it fall all the way back. Place your hands on the back of your head, and don't hate me, but we're going to do those lifts again. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. I want you to keep continuing to lift and lower until I say stop. It's really important to have a strong spine to support the flexibility, or you will have long-term pain. There's a huge myth that if you're very flexible, it's going to cause pain later, but if you do it smart, it shouldn't. Go ahead and rest. Beautiful job. Strong and bendy. Go ahead and push into a little cobra here and relax. Push into a bigger cobra. Relax. Push into your biggest cobra yet. Relax. Now come into a big cobra, and you're going to kick your feet towards your head. So a dancing cobra here. So right, left, cobra, right, left, cobra, right, left. Try to feel fluid and just get in touch with your body here. Do what feels good. Cobra, now left, right. Beautiful. Cobra, left, right. You can continue. You can go as fast as I'm going. You can go faster. You can go slower. I want you to try to tune in here. Beautiful. Amazing. Go ahead and place your hands on the mat. Just rest your head on your hands and take some deep breaths, letting your muscles relax, melt into the earth. You can sway your hips side to side. Perfect. Now we're going to come into a full bow, so I want you to grab the inner arches of your feet with both hands and lift. Things you want to think about here are keeping your core engaged. Try to keep your knees from falling too far apart. That's going to be the tendency to want to widen your legs. And breathe. Very important to not hold your breath. If you're holding your breath, come out of it just a little bit. Beautiful. Relax. Go ahead and push back into a wide-kneed child's pose here. Awesome. Go ahead and come into standing kneeling. we're going to play with a dancing cobra. So I want you to place your right hand on your right heel, then switch your left hand to your left heel and swing your arm around. So go ahead and watch me on screen. Right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel. You can always hold cobra as well. Right heel, left heel. Go slow when you start and then speed it up. Right heel, left heel. Take a breath, and then you're going to go to left heel, swing your arm around for your right heel, and swing your arm around. So left heel, right heel. Struggled there. Right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel. Again, you do not have to go at my speed. I've been doing these, and I'm pretty comfortable. Not fully comfortable, like it's difficult, and I still struggle, but I feel comfortable enough to feel safe moving at a quick speed. Beautiful. Come into rest on a narrow-kneed child's pose, letting your forehead go to the earth. So you're going to see on my back is a little bit rounded here, which is totally good given the deep back bending exercises we just did. Awesome. Swing your feet out in front of you. Scoot your hips forward. Give yourself a nice big hug. You know I love that in my flows. Thank your body for all it's doing and be proud of it. Even if you're not where you want to be, you're further than where you were, and that's something to be proud of. And the fact that you're putting effort into trying to work on your flexibility and mobility is something you should for sure be proud of, because not everyone is doing that, and it's going to make you feel good in the long run. So I want you to come into a bridge, place your hands on the mat beside you, and lift your hips and lower. Lift, lower, again, strengthening. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Now I want you to try to wave your spine. So you're going to tilt your hips up, arch down, tilt your hips up, arch down. This is going to be confusing at first. Just try it and play around. Tilt your hips up, arch down. Now you're going to try to, I got a little confused, shake it out, gather yourself. It's a little tricky. You can twist side to side here. Now, arch up. Oh, we're going to do lifts again. Whoops, sorry. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Now try to arch up and tilt down. Here we go. Arch up, tilt down, arch up, tilt down. Go slow as you need. Arch up, tilt down. This is really good isolation control. And you can see there's one side that's going to typically feel more comfortable than the other. Twist your leg side to side. I felt pretty comfortable tilting up, arching down, but arching up, tilting down was hard for me. One more set of those lifts. Lift lower, lift lower, lift lower, lift lower, lift lower. Stay with me. Lift lower, lift lower, lift lower, lift lower, lift lower. Now we're going to play with the isolation work again one more time, but you're going to take a deep breath first and let your body relax. Place your hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. We're actually not probably going to do another isolation thing. I forgot what I scheduled. Perfect. So push up into bridge, clasp your hands underneath you. So this is going to be the next advanced variation. If you're comfortable with your hands clasped, go ahead and place your hands on your low back, supporting a bit of your weight. So you can drop your hips into your hands, and that's going to change the angle of the back bend. You want to get into your mid or upper back. Try to walk them up a little bit if you can, letting your hips fall. This should feel deep but good. Walk your hands back down, letting your hips fall. You can try to, if you feel comfortable, lift your legs, letting your hands support. If you like to do little dancey things, you can do some wavy legs. Try a split. If you're going to do split on one side, you got to do it on the other side. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant your legs back down. Feel free to stretch out your wrists a little bit here. I have very sensitive wrists, so anything that puts a lot of weight on them like that tends to make them feel a little uncomfy, so I like to give them some love. In addition, we're going to be coming to a few more wrist weight-bearing exercises, lots of wheels to come, so prepare them properly. I'm doing some circles, some waves, some flicks, do any combination of things that makes you feel good. Perfect. So what I want you to do, move your hair out of the way if you have it. You're going to place your hands, fingers facing your shoulders by your ears. Take a deep breath in and push up into your full wheel. If you're not quite here yet, no worries at all. I want you to go to bridge and the most advanced variation you feel comfortable. So try to drop your hips, lift up on your tiptoes. Drop your hips, then lift tiptoes. Drop your hips, lift tiptoes. Drop your hips, lift tiptoes. Engage your core. Do this safely. We're changing angles. Drop your hips, lift toes. Drop hips, lift toes. Drop hips, lift toes. Drop hip, lift toes. Drop hip, lift toes. Then come all the way down. Nice job. Bring your knees to your chest. Just rock side to side. Do whatever is going to feel good here. We are going to do another variation of active wheel. Different one, but it's going to be active. Place your hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Breathing in here, letting your whole body relax, your heart rate come down. Beautiful. Move your hair if you got it. Place your hands on the mat, fingers facing your shoulders, right by your ears. Breathe in, breathe out, let your body relax, and then go ahead and push up into your wheel pose. Beautiful. Now we're going to play with a rocking wheel. So you're going to extend your legs, bend, extend, bend. You may find that extend in is harder. It is for me. Extend, bend. This is more upper back. Extend, bend. Watch the bend in my upper back when I straighten. Bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. Go ahead and bring your feet slightly closer together and hold the extended wheel. Deep upper back bend. Look at that back arch. You guys are killing it. You look amazing. Engage your core. Do it safely. If this is hurting, please stop. You can walk your feet in, come up on your tiptoes before lowering down. That's a key thing here with all of these advanced stretches. Uncomfortable is normal. You should be pushing yourself where you're a little bit uncomfortable because that's you growing. You should never feel pain. If you feel pain, back down. It's not worth it. Come into a reverse butterfly here, stretching out your wrists. You can watch as I'm doing on screen. You should never feel pain in stretches. Like I said, it's not worth it. None of these tricks are worth you being out of commission for weeks, if not months, or having permanent damage long term. I've seen a lot of dancers, gymnasts get hurt doing these things, and you end up losing growth because you're out for so long compared to the people who took it slow and steady. Tortoise, not the hare. I'm still rolling out my wrists, making myself feel good. Again, I have sensitive wrists and they take the weight pretty hard. So I give them that love so I don't have problems later on. I also do gymnastics, adult gymnastics. So like there's a lot of weight on my wrist. So I try to be careful. Awesome. So go ahead and extend your legs to the sky. We're going to come into a reverse stretch here to counteract all that back bending. Kick your legs above your head into plow. You're going to start with your hands on your low back, and then when you're ready, you're going to release them and clasp them, bringing them towards the mat. Bend your knees towards your face. Extend, bend, 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 extend. And if you are comfortable here and you feel good, you can start to bring your legs on the other side of your ears and drop your knees towards the mat. This is more advanced. I like to put my hands on my low back for this. Don't try it if you're not ready. Just forget everything I said and come and stay in plow. Go ahead and slowly release. Shake it out. Bring your knees to your chest. Head towards your knees. Give yourself a big hug here. We're coming to the end of our flow. Just roll it out, shake it out. Do what you need to do to feel good. Thank you for doing this with me. If you're really working on your back bend, see my Backbends playlist. Work on this a couple times a week. Don't overdo it. I do want you to come into a quick ab exercise to keep your back safe, counteract everything we did. So just do 20 leg switches for me. 20 of them. Again, we worked a lot on the back side. Let's work on the front side, your core in its entirety. Beautiful. Now bent leg switches. Again, do 20 of these for me. We're not doing a lot of abs. We're in the last literally minute here, if that. Beautiful. Awesome. Come into a happy baby, grabbing the outside of your feet, bringing them towards the mat. Come into a butterfly, reverse butterfly, and breathe. Take some inhales, some exhales, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, breathing out, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. Like I said, if you have any requests, please leave in the comments below. I do read them. If I don't get to the flow right away, it's just because my filming days are, like, I film in advance. But I do hear it and I do all the requests. So, yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, sign up for alerts, do all the things. Thank you. Bye.